opportunity to direct. It's a story that people don't know, and it's a story that's true, and it's a story that makes you care, makes you happy, makes you sad, and it makes you fall in love with them. And I think that is exceptional to do in the theater.
The musical itself is now just over a century old, you might say. There was so-called golden age, probably from the 30s to the late 50s or something like that. Are we in another really incredible period?
Well, that's a whole other show for us, Kara. I think you and I are just going to have a. We'll actually just have a. Well, you and I will just be on the radio, and I'll bring like a whole bunch of different kinds of music. We can talk about.
That sounds great.
Really, what's happening on Broadway, because we are in a truly innovative time on Broadway right now. We'll see what happens to the arts in the United States in the next few years, but what's happening in terms of the commercial musical theater industry. And I was talking to my students the other day about this. This actually began a number of years ago. Now I'm going to get my whole lecture. Sorry. This began a number of years ago with some stuff that really wasn't all that innovative, but was stuff that created a new audience. This began with two things. It began with High School Musical,
yes.
the movies, on TV with Zac Efron, and this whole series of Disney musicals, starting with Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. And what those things did were they created a whole new audience for musicals. So that there's this whole generation of people like Alec and Allie who were not necessarily were brought up with Oklahoma and older musicals, were actually brought up with all these musical film and television musicals, and then they said, well, these are the same things you can see in the theater, and then a lot of those pieces, thanks to Disney, came to the theater, and now we have this new audience that's young and exciting and invigorated by theater, and now musicals are really growing and expanding, and we have musicals. We have musicals like Fun Home and Hamilton, and right now there's a huge hit show called The Great Comet of 1812. Actually called Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812, which is this kind of environmental musical, which actually has a set that looks a lot like our Sideshow set. So right now, the idea of what a Broadway musical could be, or what a musical in Kalamazoo could be, is growing in lots of different directions, because we have an audience, a young, invigorated audience, as well as a mature and kind of an audience that's been a part of musicals their whole lives, really looking to find new ways for musical theater to tell stories.
This is a piece that is important to see if you're interested in the new life of musicals.
I think so, and I think it's also a piece that's important to see if you want to be engaged on stage. Ooh.
Nice. We are near the end of our hour here today. We have a couple songs left. We may have to skip one.
Well, I hate to skip Alec's number, but I think you should play "I Will Never Leave You," which is the big 11 o'clock finale number of the Sisters.
You can always buy tickets for Friday.
Just come see the show.
Again, that's at kazoocivic.com, and I just wanted to go with a round of final thoughts on anything we might have missed this hour, or that occurred to you that you didn't get a chance to say. And I'll start with you, Allie Rupert.
I don't know. I just think it's really important for people to come see this show, because I just know that me and Lindsay are doing something very special. As soon as we put our little shorts on and we become the sisters and we're connected, we really are being transported into their lives, and it's a really special story that we're telling, and I know that we feel really special about it, and we just want people to see it, so come see and experience it with us.
Okay. How about you, Alec?
Really, I think we've already said this, but I just want to emphasize it one more time. The space that we're doing the show does so much to the overall effect. If we were doing this on like in the other Carver Center, the other main stage, I just feel like it wouldn't give the same feel that it would in such an intimate space. I love the Parish Theater. It's where we did Tommy, and I just love being kind of literally right in the audience's lap. Foreshadowing. So yeah, the space just makes the show that much better. So please come see it. The show is going to be amazing.
Okay, Jay, when is your book coming out?
When is my book coming out? You could take my class if you want, Kara. I teach music theater history every fall.
I think I have to. I love it. Yeah.
This has been such an exceptional season for me personally as a director here in Kalamazoo, both at Western and at the Civic. I'm doing 3 shows, 3 musicals that I've never done before, from completely different eras, starting with Showboat, of course, which was the grandfather of the great American musical written in 1926, to The Wiz, which starts